Okay, YouTube, this is part 2 to my coming out video, and I realized that part 1 was probably one of the hardest videos I ever had to make. When you talk about yourself in such a personal way, it can be a little bit difficult. But reflecting on some of the comments that people had made and some of the emails people had sent me, I realized that there was a lot that I didn't answer in the video. I actually left a lot more questions than I gave answers. So, I know I focused a lot on my father, but I never really told people the outcome of that. What happened with me and him in the end. So basically what happened with my dad was after I came out to him, he basically disowned me, and I mentioned that in the first part of the video. What I didn't mention is me and my father never had any, we never made up after that. My father pretty much meant it. I mean, he really did disown me. I mean, it was pretty cut and dry. I actually came across my father in a Safeway one time. I was shopping there, and he was with my younger brother, and he saw me. He didn't even acknowledge me. He basically kept walking. That was a really hard thing, in life. It was a really, I really struggled with that for a while. My youngest brother and me are now really close, and we've gotten past my father's issues with me. I mean, my father passed away about 10 years ago, and he left me with a lot of, I don't know, unanswered questions. I mean, I never got to really have my final say with my dad. I wish I had, even if it wasn't good. It was so bad, my father wouldn't even allow me to come to his own funeral. So you can kind of get how he felt about gay people and his son being gay. The funny thing is, out of the 5 siblings, 3 of us are gay. So I think that's, God's way of making a funny little joke on my dad. I mean, my oldest sister's gay. The sister below her is not gay. I'm gay. The brother below me is gay. And my youngest brother isn't gay. So I think it's kind of, God's way of saying, listen, lighten up. You're conservative, you're Catholic, you're living by these morals. But here's your lessons. These are your kids, and they're gay. So learn from that. It's too bad that he never did. The second thing was people asked about my mother. How was my mother's response to me being gay? I mentioned in the first part of my video that I tried to commit suicide, and I think I was probably going on 17 years old when I went to a local bridge here during a major storm, and I basically threw myself off the bridge, and I tried to drown myself. Well, I didn't drown. I woke up the next morning really soaked and miserable and, muddy and alive. And, I look back at that time, and that bridge is a very special place to me. And, it made me realize that maybe I wasn't meant to leave this world at that time. Maybe there was more that I needed to do or learn. When I turned 18 years old, a week before I went in the U.S. Army, I took my mother back to that bridge, and I told her, Mom, I'm gay, and here's where I tried to kill myself, a year and a half ago. We cried a lot together. She cried, I cried. She was abused by my father for a long, long time, and I think that, we connected on a level that we probably will never connect again. We shared something that was very painful for each other, and, she's become a great supporter of mine. I mean, I have a video on YouTube of her, and you can actually see her video. It's my Mother's Day video. My mother loves me, she loves my partner, she loves our kids, and I think we've all grown stronger because of the diversity and the troubles that we've gotten through. The third question I got a lot was, I mentioned in my first video that I had almost a child in high school. And what happened with that is my girlfriend Anne-Marie at the time had gotten pregnant. The two of us had decided we were going to get married. I was going to join the United States Army, and we were going to raise that child. Well, my girlfriend ended up getting cold feet. She decided that she wanted to go to college, and she ended up having an abortion, against my wishes. That kid would be probably 22, 23 years old today. And I always wonder, I wonder what that kid would be like, what that person would be like. I think about that a lot now that I have kids. I wonder what kind of person they would have been. I really wish she had had that child, but I realized at that time she did what was best for her, even though, I would have fought her every step of the way to keep that child. So that's a question I got a lot. I hope people, understand that I think probably one of the reasons why I'm such a great father today is because I've always wanted to be a father since high school, and I value my children. So I'd like to, I hope I answered as many of the questions that people had for me. There's 2 quick emails that I wanted to read and respond to. One came from Ghosty Dog. He says, I'm a 14-year-old bi, but I don't know what to tell my family. I had promised myself to tell them before high school. It was one of my goals. It really scares me because my mom has treated me like I'm a perfect little angel, and she's always say, stay away from those gays. And I'm afraid that if I tell her because I'm not old enough to get the job, or to get a job, that she will disown me, and I'll be kicked out. I really need help because I don't know what to do. Let my family, tell my family and get punished severely, or not achieve one of my goals in life. My response to that is, you've got a long life ahead of you. You're 14 years old. The fact that you're even conceiving of telling your parents at 14 blows my mind. The last thing I would have ever done in high school was to let my parents know that I was gay. If you have any idea at all that your parents are going to respond negatively to you, do not tell them. You've got enough stuff on your plate. You're going to school. That's challenging enough. You're figuring out who you are as a person. It's going to take you a while to really decide how you want to live your life and who you want to be. And the last thing you need is for your family to turn against you and throw you out. If you feel like you've got close friends or close family members you can talk to that will accept you and love you for who you are, then I say tell those people first. But if you think your mom and your father are not going to accept you, please, please, please do not tell them. Because, like I said, you're only 14 and you've got the rest of your life. Become who you want to be first and, grow up a little bit more and take time. You've got plenty of time to decide when it's the right time to come out. The second video that moved me, or the second response that moved me a lot, was from a guy by the name of BPK8. And he said, I'm a 33-year-old male and ashamed of it. I'm scared of coming out because of what it could do to my family. Oh, my immediate family knows, but no one else. The reaction was mixed, and while they are okay, I know me being gay is a taboo topic with them. So much so that it's made me totally conceal it and come to hate it. I had created a profile on a dating website looking for a girlfriend, and I know what I'm doing is wrong, because I'll never love her the way I could love a husband. I feel I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't really know what my future is going to be. If you've got any advice, I'd much appreciate it. My response to you is, whether you come out to all your family or not, you've got to do what's right for you. But remember, when you bring other people into your life, I hope that those people that you choose to love and you will value and appreciate, especially if you decide to start dating females just for pretend. I think you're only going to hurt yourself in the long run. You're only going to hurt the people that love you. And I think that you just got to get comfortable with who you are. You got to start understanding that you'll never truly be happy. You'll never truly have a family that loves you and appreciates you until you start loving yourself, you start appreciating who you are as a person and the value you bring to all the people in your lives. It took me a long time to stop hating myself and to realize that, what's important in life is the people around you, your family, my kids, my partner, my mother, my brother, my sister, my friends. Those are the people that mean something in life, the people who really accept and value you for who you are. So to be 33 years old and hating yourself for who you are, in my mind, I think it's pointless. I think that you need to really open up, start working on who you are to you. And then you can start bringing people around you that truly love you for who you are. So to all my YouTubers, I hope I answered your questions, and I hope this video wasn't longer than it needed to be. Have a good night, and I look forward to talking to you soon.